Okay, good evening everybody and welcome back to Press Play. I'm your host JJ48 and tonight we are continuing with Hogwarts Legacy. Last week we visited Hogsmeade, got a new wand, and managed to defeat some trolls with it, so I was actually trying to see if there was any way to name a wand, because this seems like kind of a momentous occasion, both getting a wand and accomplishing something with it. But unfortunately, the game lets us swap out handles, but it doesn't really give us a chance to give our wand a name or anything. And I guess I'm not really sure if that's even something wizards do. I mean, in the books we had the Elder Wand. But first of all, that was also an actual description of it, because it was a wand made from a branch of an elder tree. And that's not necessarily a name in the sense that I'm looking for. But I think we can still go ahead and give it a name. And so I think even if we can't assign it in-game, we're going to call this the Silly Meme, because we used it to fight the trolls. And yeah, I think that'll be a good name for it. And rather fitting with our character, who's looking much better, I think, after some gear upgrades last week. So now let's get back into Hogsmeade, and I think we're heading with Natty to one of the pubs or cafes or whatever they are, either the Three Broomsticks or Hogshead? I forget what the other one was. Okay, we're going to the Three Broomsticks.
Assuming it is not too busy, you might even meet Serona, the owner. She is a charming hostess and a powerful witch. Good one to know.
What are those purple sparks in the distance? Oh. Did you see that? Somebody was wearing a top hat.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Hello.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the Three Broomsticks.
Fortunately,
It's
I'm
a
wearing my
treat
least
to see you, Lord
conspicuous.
Doc. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Serona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me.
Okay, thanks.
Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one, single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Serona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics.
These folks
I'm
have a
not here for
history.
this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day.
Oh, hardly.
Come, Theophilus. The Three Broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Just watch me. Probably drink butterbeer the entire stream if we
You've
wanted.
made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls, Ranrock, and Rookwood. What are you not telling me?
I promise to tell you everything, but it's perhaps best I do that later.
I think that now might be a good time to head back to the castle.
Hold that thought. There is something shining over here.
Revelio.
Aha. The Three Broomsticks, currently run by Sirona Ryan and allegedly as old as Hogsmeade itself. The Three Broomsticks is the long-standing gathering spot for villagers and Hogwarts students who want to enjoy a butterbeer or fire whiskey. Are Hogwarts students allowed to drink fire whiskey? Seems like that would be kind of off limits. But... Oh, I thought the thought was to talk to her. No, it's to eat. No, it's eat nuts and drink just tankards that are left on the table. Look, we have a little bunt cake. Sure. There was something over here.
Revelio.
Okay, is that outside? That is a lot more than 3 broomsticks. They seem to have doubled in size since they started, I guess. Can we go upstairs? Architecture's not very efficient, but I think I have, I mean, it's exaggerated, but you do see some kinds of architecture like this in older buildings where it's just kind of a, yeah, we need to put in some upper space, so here's some room for it. Doesn't seem like many people are too interested in just chatting with, maybe based on what happened. What's over here?
Revelio.
Okay, this is just entrance to the street. Okay, because we're kind of, I guess this is kind of built into the side of a hill a little bit, so we walk up several flights of stairs and are still at street level. It's locked. Wonder why people keep everything locked if that's apparently a spell we're going to learn in school. You'd think all these adults would know that, like, any locks are only going to be, you keep out like very young witches and wizards. Like there's anybody else to talk to. There is a... Oh. Is there a... stuff up there, but that seems like that's way up there, above where we were able to get, so I'm guessing that we need to be able to... I'm guessing that'll be like when we get into the locked room, we might be able to get up there. Where is that ding coming from? Is that coming from the locked room area? But there's even more broomsticks here.
Revelio.
It sounds very close to here. Maybe there's...
Revelio.
It sounds a little fainter up here, so maybe there's like a bottom... There's like a basement somewhere, somehow. Okay, well... I'm sure we'll be back later. Let's... Rookwood's not just waiting out here. You can't drink butterbeer forever, and it doesn't matter because I'm not going to be waiting for you.
And that she isn't intimidated by thugs like Rookwood and Harlow.
I want to understand what's going on, and I hope you will tell me. But for the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley will certainly hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. I don't want her to worry.
Okay, we have to return to our common room for the night. Access our map. Do we have to go back to our common room, or can we explore the castle a little bit? Okay, switch to the Hogwarts map. Okay, it's telling us it does want us to actually travel to our common room. Hufflepuff common room. And this does make a certain amount of sense. I had been thinking that, like, we were just going to run back the trail all the way back to Hogwarts, but in a case like this where, hey, there's been some danger and some news and people are probably worried, it would make more sense to use the Flu network to get back. Dude, why are you just sitting by my bed? Do I have the only comfy chair in the hall? I mean, we received Owl Post. Okay, from Professor Fig. Come and see me. I've discovered something in the locket we found at Gringotts. Okay. So I guess we'll be going to see Professor Fig. But, seriously, dude, like, I don't sit in chairs in bedrooms that often, so, like, if you want to take that chair over to whichever bed is yours and give me the less comfy chair, I'm perfectly fine with that. Just, it's a little bit unsettling you just sitting there. Kind of just want some personal space. Okay. Let's just reading the post again. I guess it is kind of nice that... Am I the only one who's expecting to get letters? Like, nobody else has a perch for an owl right by their bed. Also, apparently I'm very quick at making my bed immediately after waking up. I guess that must be probably the first magic spell that students learn here. we should probably have something. I don't know if we'll have a chance to go to the Great Hall after meeting with Professor Fig, so we can have some breakfast on the way over. I should probably get some fruit.
She will soon learn that Kagawa's techniques are lacking practical uses.
So try riding a hippogriff.
Kagawa's
Kogawa's techniques lack practical application. So is Kogawa the care of magical creatures professor? Guess maybe we'll find out when we take more classes. So far we've only had 2 lessons.
Revelio.
Is there... I guess we did... Come to think about it, I don't think we learned Revelio until after we left our common room, so we should see if there's anything in the common room. Pear portrait. If one tickles the pear in this still life painting of a bowl of fruit, it will giggle before turning into a doorknob to allow entry to the Hogwarts kitchens. Oh, there are some more things down here.
Revelio.
Hufflepuff barrels. To enter the Hufflepuff common room, one must tap the barrel 2 from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff. An errant tap will result in being denied access and doused in vinegar. Okay. Sorry everybody, don't mind me, just gonna be casting Revelio around a bit. No, I don't hear anything.
As always, a pleasure. Our neighbour at home knows
Who doesn't want to go into other common rooms? That is kind of a interesting... It's an interesting mentality anyway, the idea like we don't want to go to each other's common rooms. That's the whole reason we're sorted into different rooms.
Revelio.
Okay, it's not sounding like there's going to be anything else, but I'll head back to my bedroom just to make sure. But because on the one hand, having the different houses... Okay, nothing here. Having different houses, you build a sense of camaraderie and teamwork and working together, and you're with the same group of people, all 4 years, so that can be beneficial. On the other hand, when you're starting to view the other houses as like not just rivals or even opponents, but like oh, I don't want to associate with them at all. It's almost like viewing them as enemies, which probably isn't all that great.
Yes, I do. Don't look at me like that.
Okay, the light over here, his collar looked red instead of yellow. And I was kind of curious what a Gryffindor would be doing down here, but okay.
Revelio.
Excuse me. And let's see. I think we've went around this way at one point. Oh yeah, because here's the hourglasses. How are we doing anyway? By the way, is there any way we can like check how many we have? Or is it purposely kind of kept somewhat vague? So like if one class was like way ahead, you'd be able to see a noticeable difference, but if they're all pretty close, you can't. Oh man, Ravenclaw, step it up. Looks like you got no points yet. Hufflepuff, we've got some. Gryffindor has some. How about Slytherin? Slytherin, yeah, you're doing as bad as Ravenclaw. No, I think we need some math classes in this school because Miss Slytherin girl, that's not really something to cheer about. You have 0 points, which is not good. I mean, it's early in the school year. You'll probably get some eventually, but
Revelio.
oh,
Accio.
there we go.
Revelio.
Okay, where's that ding coming from? There's a chest down there. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Hogwarts crest. The Hogwarts coat of arms includes a lion, snake, eagle, and badger, representing each of the 4 houses, along with the school motto, Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus, which means never tickle a sleeping dragon. Which I have to say, the more we hear the admonition not to tickle sleeping dragons, it kind of just makes me want to tickle sleeping dragons even more.
I think it's for the best that Hogwarts is flat.
It's probably a good thing we haven't come across any sleeping dragons, I mean, real ones.
Revelio.
Oh, this is the Slytherin dungeon. Have we been down here? And we've got the fairy green sorcerer hat, so there's that. Okay, another freaky skeleton.
Revelio.
Slytherin sink. Scratched into one of the copper taps on the seemingly ordinary sink in the girls' toilet is a small snake. No one knows what it means. It's probably just the manufacturer's mark or something. Not important. No, of course that means that this is the girls' toilet where Moaning Myrtle died, and where the entrance to the Chamber of Secrets is hidden. If we could speak Parseltongue, or at least sound like we spoke Parseltongue. So, I guess that makes sense. In the 1890s, of course, you're not going to have, electric hot air dryers, and even things like, paper towels and things are probably not going to be, like a disposable paper towel isn't going to be a thing, so you would need actual towels for washing your hands, or rather drying your hands after washing them. So I guess you wash your hands, you dry it. I think there'd be like a bin or something to maybe you get one from the stack, and then when you're done you put it on the rack, and then like house elves will come and gather them or something. I don't know.
Revelio. Lumos.
It's, okay, can we get the blue shine away? Okay. Dark hallway? Don't know that looks familiar. Oh. We're heading to the Slytherin... Like, this is the Slytherin dungeons, near where the Slytherin common are, and look at the floor. We've got like a coppery looking snake inlaid in the floor. Okay. Yeah, here we go. It becomes quite a complicated knot together with another snake. A a more greenish snake. Where does that one go? That one just goes over to the stairs. Okay. Wait a second, is this? It kind of looks like this is a little bit of a pipe or something that's covered for most of it and uncovered. But I can't really tell. I've seen like drain systems like that where they'll have like a drain, then cover it up with something so it's flush with the floor, but I'm not really sure if that's what's going on here or if it's just a trick of the graphics, and I'm not really sure why you would have drains here. Although I guess if it's in the dungeon, you know, you might have, maybe it has a tendency to flood a little bit, and so you need drains to get rid of the water. We've got some... saw the two tails there and thought this was like some kind of forked tail snake, but no, it's just the angle. Each snake has its own tail. Okay.
Revelio.
Lower grand staircase. Good. Okay, so that's the grand staircase that we...
Accio.
Is that too far away for me to get? Okay, okay, this is the grand staircase that we can get to from our dorm. Makes sense. This would be the nice central place of the castle. Okay, where's the... I know I saw you flying around up here somewhere. Aha. Those three, totally not impressed by my little flourish there. Some people are never happy. So, okay. Keep kind of heading in a Professor Figgish direction.
Accio.
No, not that.
Revelio.
Aha. What do we have here? Looks like somebody riding a... is that a hippocampus? Is that what that's called? So, looks like a woman. She's got a wand, so it's definitely a witch. Not just some generic person. Riding one of these. Okay, let's see what we have. Kelpie statue. Oh, okay. So I think there is a similar... There's a similar creature from, I think, Greek mythology, hippocampus. Let me make sure that's correct. Yeah, from like Phoenician, Etruscan stuff, so over that way. But this statue depicts the Kelpie, a shape-shifting water demon native to Ireland and Great Britain, which usually takes the form of a long-maned horse. The largest Kelpie ever reported is the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. Okay, so the Loch Ness Monster is a Kelpie. I'm not sure if that's something we learned in the books or not. Okay, this actually is the... Okay, it's this considered the same creature as the hippocampus. It's just... that's the Greek name for it. Kelpie would be... I guess... would that be Celtic name? Or Pictish? So, okay. I mean, at least that's in... classical mythology. I don't necessarily know if they're related creatures in the Hogwarts universe.
Revelio.
Okay, that's a nice tapestry, but it's interesting that we would have a large tapestry for a shipwreck.
Lumos. Revelio.
I do like the way that the top kind of looks like ocean waves, though. And here we have... Oh, is this... This is a dragonish, but it looks like waves, so is this like a sea serpent dragon? And then maybe that's what caused the shipwreck. So if so, that's kind of an interesting contrast. We have kind of above the waves, this very violent, active picture, and then below the waves we have this destroyed ship, but also very peaceful, tranquil-looking picture. And then there's just this weird gargoyle face on the above the door. I think I only just now noticed that I kind of have a bluish silver tassel on my hood. Okay, what is over that way? That looks like a nice part of the castle to walk around a bit. Maybe after talking to Professor Fig we can figure out how to get over there. Okay, is there a door outside here? Because this looks like this is the right way to get over there. After it's done loading. There we go. Okay, oh, is that the Great Hall area, and then like that's where our dorms and stuff are, so we like come up there, come through here, and we just haven't been out this way around to it. Let me see my map. Okay, side quests. Okay, available side quests can be found inside regions of Hogwarts marked as flag and discovered by exploring the world. These quests reward experience but do not advance the main story. Okay. So... Okay, so I think it's saying that because we, like, if there's a flag there, that means that there's side quests available? I mean, it looks like there's flags pretty much everywhere, but then at the same time, we haven't really done a lot of side quests, so it makes sense that there would be flags everywhere. And then it looks like we haven't even really been to the South Wing or the Astronomy Wing yet. Where is Professor? He's... Come on, let's... rotate. He looks like he's kind of over here in the Astronomy Wing. Well... I kind of want to go this way first. Let's head to the Great Hall.
Revelio.
Was this... Or did we come this way? Is this the way we came and encountered these braziers, or was that a different... Oh yeah, I think it was. Okay, so we have been this way. Or at least part of this way. Here's the 4 house crests, looking a little different. So Slytherin, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw.
Revelio.
Looks like a werewolf.
Lumos.
So that's... Okay, looks like it's outside but covered and has a statue.
Revelio.
Underground harbor. We're gonna want to see the underground harbor at some point. Aha! Yeah.
Revelio.
So here's another Kelpie. This one doesn't have a witch riding it.
Lumos.
It's interesting both because it's a different depiction than before, and the fact that often in a game like this you'll see them reuse the same things like statues all over the place so that you can fill things out while without spending more, having to come up with more graphics. But the fact that they have different ones means they're not doing that. So it's interesting. And here's a painting of a Kelpie. And this is tough. Let me return this so I can cast some spells without losing him. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so this looks like this is a... Okay, that's tree branch. I thought there were lines of some other painting that was covered up. So, okay, this
Lumos.
is not lit very well. But it looks like an astrology chart, I think. So, okay, that I think definitely looks like Tauros, kind of on its side. I think there's two figures there, so that'd be Gemini. Okay, at first I thought this looked like a Viking ship or something, but knowing that it's kind of rotated along with these, maybe that's Cancer? Or is... I don't think there's a lobster. One is there? 'Cause that looks a little bit more elongated than a crab. Oh, and if we look in the middle, yeah, of course we've got the constellations around the outside. We have the sun, and then the Earth, and then the moon's right between them. So yeah, that would be like an eclipse set up there. So I wonder. I don't know enough about telling time with the night sky to tell if this is like maybe this is lined up with when the next eclipse is going to take place or something. A solar eclipse. And I'm not sure what these in the middle would be. They kind of look like big dragons. I want to keep an eye out, see if we can see this somewhere else. Maybe we'll be able to get a better view of it somewhere. So, okay.
Why are we unlearning all
There's
the
a...
boring potions?
Revelio.
Oh, okay. There's a chest down there. Can we? How do we get down there? Is that what the puzzle's for, or is there some other way to? Excuse me. Some more gossip about professors. I think we heard something about Professor Sharp last time. Okay, let's see. Is there another exit? What in the world was that?
Revelio.
Oh, just large marble panels. I mean, it's not all one solid piece of marble, but it's still just... Okay. There's a... Being told there's another flu network spot here. So, here it is. Divination classroom. Oh, it's actually kind of nice and quiet up here. So I'm guessing this isn't the divination classroom. Divination classroom's probably up that tower a bit more, but I kind of feel like, you know, hey, if just had a couple more chairs or something here, this would be a nice little place to just hang out and get away from the crowds. Aha! So I think we had already kind of figured this out, but this is, if we hadn't already figured out what these symbols mean, this would have been the key to it right here. Yeah. The main difficulty, I think, is realizing that it starts at 0, which maybe just if you do a lot of programming, that might seem a very natural place to start, but if you don't deal with things that start with an index of 0, then you might need a hint like that to help you out. Okay, then this would show question mark plus that plus 2 equals 14. So, which is interesting that this is drawn like this, and that's actually not one of the things here. You'd think that it would be a solution to the specific puzzles actually being presented. So, okay, but let's see. We have 2 plus little Hydra plus 9 equals, or 2 plus little Hydra plus x equals. So x equals. Okay, where?
Lumos.
Oh, there we go. So 3, so 5. So we want that thing. I can't remember what it is. Okay, question mark is going to be whatever that was at the bottom, and then the furry thing on top. So that kind of. Did we really see that before? It seems like it looks a lot different with the light on. Or is that like Chewbacca head, maybe? Okay, so that's 3. So that's gonna be little. What? Hey. You weren't supposed to roll. Maybe somehow when I was looking at this, I was looking far enough away that it clicked over there or something.
Revelio.
Okay, we got some natural terrain. Paintings don't seem as talkative as I thought they'd be from the books. Refined dueling gloves, okay. Oh, and then we have was that? Oh, I knocked a bunch of books over. This looks like this is a classroom, but you have to...
Revelio.
But you have to solve the puzzle to get in here. So is this an astrology classroom? No, this is arithmancy. This classroom is where students learn about the magical properties of numbers and numerology, though a great many opt instead to spend the period counting mooncalves whilst nodding off at their desks. Okay. So that might explain the puzzle to get in. Hopefully we're not ruining the professor's lesson plan by solving these puzzles before class begins. Okay, so we have Frowny Crab and Lizard. That's 5 and 6, 11, so 4. Okay. I want Chewbacca. 13 and 0, so we want 5. So that's Frowny Crab. Yeah, I'm guessing this is the professor's study, but it seems odd that in a magical world where you can just wave your wand and fix anything, that you would just have a large bit of kind of a bit of plaster falling off here, or the paint chipped off or something. Ooh, a sleek sorcerer hat. Okay, so we have Frowny Crab, which is what, 5, and then 6, so 11, so we need another 6. It's going to be Lizard. Okay, we have Octopus Alien thing, that's 7, 0, so we need a 1, Unicorn. Don't skip past that. Awesome. A ruby Chinese fireball scarf. If I recall, Chinese fireball is the name of it's one of the types of dragons from the Triwizard tournament. So I'm kind of curious what that looks like. I mean, I know we have our nice Hufflepuff scarf, but let's see if we can get into some better light. Wow, these lamps appear to light the walls pretty well, but they do not light us at all. Really want to know how to get rid of those things. I think maybe it's below us. As in, like, physically down a level, not to say that it's
Handy
beneath
resource
us.
indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Oh, glad to hear it. Thank you for your assistance. Is it evening now? It seems like it's got dark outside and there's not many people around.
Revelio.
Ah.
I dare say you've heard of my proficiency with a blade.
Hey, it's Sir Cadogan. Sir Cadogan was allegedly friends with Merlin himself, and as such became a sworn Knight of the Round Table, although he is only really known to the wizarding world. He is famous for his defeat of the Wyvern of Wye, and now spends his days challenging students to duels. Oh, can we duel him? Hey, Sir Cadogan, can we have a little friendly duel? Well. Okay, let's just call it a draw.
Revelio.
Wait, there wasn't stairs on the other side. Here's where do these go? Oh, outside. Were these how we... Was this how we came over, or were we... Were we, a floor down or something? I don't remember this. Oh, this is Ravenclaw.
Revelio. Lumos.
Okay. Yeah, I wish I could dispel the Revelio, so... Okay, so it's a green corner. Ravenclaw, not much of one for a lot of decorations, at least here. I'm guessing that's a statue, maybe of Rowena Ravenclaw.
Revelio.
Aha. We have a math door, and we have one of these. Here's where the moth is, or
Lumos.
I keep thinking it's a moth, both because it's, you know, follows the light, and when it's just lying flat, its wings are open, which I think is more of a moth thing. Butterflies usually have their wings up when, like, closed when they're just sitting on something. But it could be a butterfly of some kind. So let's see where this math door gets us. Okay, so 1 plus spider. Okay, so it's gonna be 9. So we want Chewbacca face for question mark. Okay, now please don't mess with that, okay? Don't know how sentient you are, but just please don't. Okay, so this is 13 and 3 is 16. So we got 5, so sad crab. Okay. A lot of wash tubs in here. With Thestral statue, some half moon spectacles. So I wonder, because it looks like there's a lot of sinks. There's a toilet. There's, you know, these old bathtubs and copper washing basins and things. I wonder, could it be that at least some of the plumbing in here is relatively recent? Maybe they just modernized some of the bathrooms, and this is where, like, all the old fixtures and stuff have been thrown until they figure out what to do with them. Kind of reminds me of when our office upgraded computers, and then IT just had a room full of old computers until we could dispose of them. Oh. There are symbols all over here. And I'm not sure what they mean. Okay, that post has the same symbols as this post, just in a different order. This one has the like off-brand X-Men logo there. We have the little crossroads thing there, and it's rotated. Jumping jack person, stick figure there, that's also inverted. And then a upside down unicycle. It's right side up there. But it's not quite the whole column is flipped, because if it were, then this would be at the very bottom, and it's not. And then we see, okay, those 4 symbols are over here, but then over here we have different symbols which match this pillar. Which also seem to match this area and this pillar. So it's interesting, we keep seeing there's like 2 sets of 4 symbols, but we see them in different orientations and different orders. There's not like a pattern where it's, you know, this one is always on the top or anything. Is that another symbol up there? Do we see the same 4 symbols here? It looks like it. And it looks like here the outer 2 panels had the same symbols, the middle one was different. The middle one looks like it has the same symbols as the outer 2 on this one, and then the middle one here. But then that's particularly odd that that symbol, that's rotated like 45 degrees rather than flipped or like 90 degrees. Then we can see a symbol up there and a symbol there. I get the feeling, I don't know, on the one hand there's nothing particularly about this from like a video game perspective that says this is a puzzle or anything except decoration. But this layout, it just has a very puzzly feel to it. Or if not a puzzle, at least like some kind of a hidden message or meaning. You don't happen to know what's going on here, do you? No.
Revelio.
There's not some kind of a page here saying like, oh, this is the mysterious hallway. There's one of these. So okay, what was this? Levioso.
Levioso.
Okay. Oh, the beams have some different symbols on this side. Wait a second. So that's. There's only 3 beams, so there should be 1 or 2 symbols that are missing. Okay, so we got like a squiggle thing. Got tree with broken top, although, okay, that's interesting. This was actually not just rotated, but actually mirrored. Okay, so we got those 2. Then we got unicycle. Okay, then we got, wait a second, no, this is using that symbol, it's not using that symbol, which it should be. Yeah, that looks like that's the wrong symbol there. Because, like, we have the... If we look at these groups of 4, we have this symbol in these groups of 4, and matching this group of 4, that symbol there. But then here for this group, the one with the X, it should have that symbol, and it doesn't. Is that the case for all of them? Yeah, and then over here, this one does have that symbol. This is the only door that has that, or not door, but panel section has that symbol. Okay, I was checking to see what symbols were not used on the top here. Wait, is there? No, there are 4. Okay, somehow I missed one of the arches. Maybe it was too close to the opening arch. I guess there are 4. Yeah, that symbol's in the... It's on the wrong door here. I know, it's on the right door here. It's... it's on the wrong door, or on the wrong panel somewhere. I might need to... Okay, I don't think there's any, like, puzzle anything here, but I'm kind of curious what kind of pattern or something there is. I might have to come back and get some screenshots and see if I can try to figure this out. Was there a flash?
Revelio.
Somewhere. Okay, and then we're back to the grand staircase. Okay, so this is where the Ravenclaw Tower hooks up to the grand staircase. We've seen where the Hufflepuff rooms hook up. We've seen where Slytherin rooms hook up. Have we seen where the Gryffindor rooms hook up? I think, would they be at the top of the grand staircase? Or closer to the top? Oh. Sorry, I hope you're feeling better.
Revelio.
Moving staircase. The savvy student is wise to keep an eye on the stairs, as they will change position without notice. While certain students may not mind being late for class, they may very well regret being late to dinner. Okay. Hey, there's a... Oh, we have another math door. Or sorry, arithmancy door. Okay, so they have 15, 2, so that's 17. So we need a 6. Okay, so that's going to be lizard. Where's the single? This one's the single question mark. And then Hydra and bigger Hydra is going to be 9. And 3, it's 12, so we want 7. It's going to be octopus alien. Alright. There we go.
Revelio.
So these doors make a little bit more sense. Cobalt Debonair Ensemble. 4 or 6... Does it say rubles placard? We have a night sky. Yeah, the constellation globe. So these doors make a little bit more sense if we're assuming that they were set up by the arithmancy professor, or the arithmancy department at least. I don't know who keeps coming in and restocking them, or why some of them just seem to be storerooms, but maybe they're mostly storerooms, but arithmancy got permission to include, like, hey, can we just throw some extra stuff in there as like treats for the students who will hopefully not be messing with all the stuff that's stored there that they shouldn't be messing with. Okay, so this is another spot on the grand staircase. Should we go up in the middle? Let's see what's up this last little staircase here.
Revelio.
Nice views of the stained glass. Who is this, and why are you at the very top of the... Okay, so why do we just have a bunch of Roman numerals around? It's interesting, the ones on the sides are mirror images of each other, because like you shouldn't have, you know, III as Roman numeral. It's actually VIII. It's 8, and it's the exact mirror image of the one up here, looks like. And across the top and the bottom, it looks like those aren't mirror images, but they are rotated. It looks like it's the same thing. We have like 23, 18, 19, 20, 21. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. But then 23, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So for the most part, it's just counting. It's just counting until we get to 19, and then it's 23, 18, 23 and 18, and then it just starts back at 19. And I have no idea who this even is. There's no indication. So let's see if it's... I mean, my initial thought would be this could be it could be like numbers representing letters, especially since we don't have any numbers above 26. I'm not entirely sure what just the counting is for, or why it would stop at 23. It's also interesting that it stops at 23, and then 23 is where this one begins. 23 and 18. So 23 is W, and 18 is Thank you. Is it R? Okay. So WR. Of course, we don't really know if that's what these mean, but... Oh, hey, he's got a frame as well. That looks like the same frame. We still have 23 and 18. So it's something about... There's something about the frames, not necessarily the people in the frames. It's probably a really good thing I wasn't assigned to Ravenclaw, or I would just never get to class. I probably wouldn't even make it out of this hallway. Okay, some interesting shields here. Oh, this is the whole hallway of armor and arms. So we've got, it looks like a sphinx maybe, and a centaur, and a snake dragon, and a more traditional dragon. Although, that looks like that might be a wyvern, I think, because if I recall correctly, I think dragons, you know, these kinds of dragons at least, are supposed to be, they have 4 legs plus 2 wings, whereas wyverns are, I think, only have 2 legs plus 2 wings, so only 4 appendages total. So that might be a wyvern then. And then it's a bird, but for some reason that stance is making me think phoenix. Maybe also the coloring there. Also the fact that we have kind of mythical creatures for all these. Got a knight on a horse. Wait, it wasn't me. That just happened on its own. I didn't do anything to it. What about this one? It's a hippogriff. Okay, yep, that one did the same thing. That one kind of was me, but in fairness, someone should really rope these areas off if they're that delicate. Okay, so yeah, that we can apparently destroy stuff. That I was kind of hoping we could like interact with it in some way. Probably the least believable part of the game so far. We'll run around just picking up robes and hats and everything else, but we see actual suits of armor and we're not going to pick that up and like try them on, see how they look. Yeah, we're like a big sword like that. It's just sitting there, nobody around. My character can't just like pull it out and wave it around, see how it feels. And I guess this is armor for trolls, looks like. Oh, a trophy room. Okay, that's... Can't tell if that armor's rusted or if it just has like a bronzy tone to it.
Revelio.
But let's see what you have to say. Troll armor. This unusual suit of armor was crafted for a troll. That it has survived at all is astonishing, since trolls do not ordinarily wear armor and would understandably be prone to smashing it in confusion or anger. So, suggesting that the troll that wore this armor would have been a bit more intelligent than some other trolls. Oh.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Is there any other... I want to go see what's in that room. But we'll also see what's down this hallway first. must be like centaur armor. Centaur armor. This unique set of armor was created as a misguided peace offering to a centaur leader. This gift was spurned, and the messenger shot through the leg with an arrow. The armor itself, battered with hoof marks, was later recovered and refurbished. Okay, so some wizard, presumably, or a group of wizards, had this armor created for centaurs, and were offering it as like a peace offering, but the centaurs mistook it as, or maybe not mistook it, but they were offended by it instead and shot the messenger, so I wonder if maybe wonder what they took offense to. Is it just that they didn't like the idea of being cooped up in armor? Is it the fact that the lower armor is very much like a horse's armor, and so they thought that was like derogatory or something? Okay, we have a lock there. Forest rivet gloves.
Revelio.
Oh. Is it? Oh, is this house elf armor? House elf armor. This set of armor for a house elf is rumored to have been made by a cruel wizard who wanted his elf to protect him in battle. Oh dear. Happily, the wizard was too dense to realize the armor could, in fact, be considered clothing. The moment the elf donned it, he disapparated right out of it, never to be seen again. Well, I mean, the elf was never seen again, but we recovered his armor, so either the elf was seen again, just not by that particular wizard, or else maybe the elf, it's like, okay, this is clothing, I'm free, but at the same time I don't really like it, so once I have some proper clothing, I'll just like donate this to Hogwarts anonymously or something. You could have left it with a little note explaining what it was and without actually meeting with anybody. So, okay.
Revelio.
Okay, so it sounds like there's another ding. Maybe in here, because there's a lot. Oh yeah, there's a thing in here. There's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, so this is... Okay, this is, yeah, the trophy room. So we have all sorts of trophies. Can't read what most of them are. Okay, I'm gonna guess that's a Quidditch trophy, because that looks kind of like a snitch. There. And... yeah, that's... Well, I was gonna say this looks like it could be, you know, for a Quidditch team or something. You know, with the team in the middle and like the individual team members around the edges, but I'm not... If this is a set, then that's a little bit odd because, or I wouldn't think it would be for Quidditch because I think there's only 7 members on a Quidditch team, aren't there? And there's 8 of these little shields, plus more around here, so maybe this isn't... Maybe this is for something like... These I think are for Quidditch, but that doesn't mean that everything in the display case necessarily is. And trying to figure out what's on that central shield. I guess I don't know if that's... Doesn't look particularly Quidditch-ish. Okay. A bunch of little shields for something over here. Names, can't read any of them. There's Slytherin things, so this is... what does that say at the top? Can I almost saw part of it. Quidditch. I saw a Q. QU. So I'm gonna guess that's Quidditch something. Quidditch. Quidditch something. Doesn't look like it can be read at all. Okay, so that's awarded for special service to Hogwarts. Magical merit. Okay, so I'm guessing that's probably a Slytherin. Maybe that's, you know, maybe that's captains, maybe Quidditch captains. For the Slytherin team, looks like there's a similar thing for Ravenclaw. I'm guessing somewhere in here would probably find Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. Okay. What's this? Hogwarts Herbology Award. In recognition of exemplary skill in the field of herbology, Hogwarts bestows this special award upon 7th year Hufflepuff Mirabelle Garlick. From mandrakes to mistletoe and bubotubers to bouncing bulbs, her work with flora has exceeded all expectation. Okay. So wow, that is an impressive award. And I think it kind of speaks well that for a school that it's like, okay, yeah, we have these nice little trophies for the sports stuff, but man, you excel in academic studies. Here's a massive award for you. Kind of shows they have some decent priorities, I think. What in the world is that?
Revelio.
Over here, wasn't it? Is this... Could this be... Was this what the Goblet of Fire was in? The Goblet of Fire casket. The Goblet of Fire rests within this ancient jewel-encrusted chest. The goblet has served as a means of selecting champions for the Triwizard Tournament since the contest's establishment in the late 13th century. Okay. We haven't heard anything about the Goblet of Fire, so I'm guessing there's not a Triwizard Tournament this year. But it's kind of interesting that they would keep it here. I wonder, does this mean that Hogwarts is going to host the next Triwizard Tournament, or that they hosted the last one? Like, does it get moved around from school to school? You know, each tournament is I guess what I'm wondering.
Revelio.
Aha. Okay, what could this be for? I'm really not even sure what this is pointing to. Just the trophies here, the general trophies. That obelisk-looking thing. Oh, it's the trophy room in general. This room contains the House Cup, Quidditch trophies, dueling trophies, and other awards given at the school. Students who step out of line can be found polishing the silver here by hand as a reminder of the value of hard work. Okay.
Revelio.
I don't have any more... Don't have any more posts or any more pages here to tell us about the other stuff. Okay, this is an actual little Quidditch set. Bludgers seem rather calm. They're not struggling to get out at the moment, but still not going to take those chains off. Okay, here's the Gryffindor house captains. Does that mean Hufflepuff? Yep, Hufflepuff is over here. Okay, just have some brooms here. Why would brooms be in the trophy hall? Maybe this is also just... I mean, I guess the Quidditch stuff is here. Maybe this is also like where they just keep some of the house brooms for students who are on the team but can't afford their own brooms or something. What is this? Oh, it's a lion playing with the ball. It's kind of a stern expression. I think could have given him a little bit of a happier expression playing around with the ball like that. Okay, that's back to Herbology Award. Okay. Hey! That's another little bit of house elf armor. Looks very similar to the other one, up to the plume and everything, so I wonder... But this one's holding a cup instead of the other one, which was like holding a tray of something. So is that... Maybe this one was made in, like, as kind of a copy of the other one. Oh, someone got an Order of Merlin. I wonder, maybe... I wonder if they could have done something like this if they wanted to, present an award to a house elf, one of the house elves working at Hogwarts or something. It's like, oh hey, we have this bit of house elf armor, but of course we don't want to present you with the armor itself because that's considered clothing, and the Hogwarts house elves actually don't want to be set free. They don't want clothing. So, but maybe if we just, this isn't considered clothing, maybe because it's not armor, it's just a trophy in the shape of armor or something. So I don't, could be absolutely nothing to do with what that actually is, and could just be that there's another set of house elf armor. But okay, let's... Although I can't help but notice that in here the staircases don't really shift so much as they just build themselves. You don't really have staircases changing where they go, it's just have to wait for them to assemble. Okay.
What in Merlin's name were you doing in the restricted section? What did you think you'd find there? Answers to your exams? If I discover even a trace of dark magic, I'll take you straight out of school, and that is a promise.
Somebody got in trouble for snooping around the restricted section, presumably without permission. Now, I guess the restricted section, yes, there would be like dark magic books there and stuff for like students who are doing advanced defense against the dark arts and you need it. But oh, that was bright. But I would think there would be other stuff in the restricted section besides just dark arts. Like there's probably plenty of dangerous spells and things that you wouldn't necessarily want people accessing without proper professor supervision. What's this? What's this stairway around the outside? My map shows there's a little stairwell around the outside of the tower. Maybe that's below. Maybe that's whatever floor is, the lower part of this bridge. That's right, we were trying to see if we could get to the lower part of the bridge, because there were chests there, and... okay, that's the little garden area out here. Can we go further down? Okay, we can't seem to go further that way. Viaduct entrance. Viaduct sounds like that's exactly where we're trying to go, so is that...
Revelio.
kind of blocked off, and we know if we go down that way, it's just going to take us back to the... I think there's a classroom or something down there. I think that was the potions classroom. So, maybe we'll have to try to get at it from the other side. But, okay, for now, let's start heading back to Professor Fig. He's probably about to send out search parties for us, because we're so dreadfully late. This is also a nice little calm area. We have students flying brooms. Hopefully we'll get to fly around on one of those at some point. Not sure if we noticed this before. This is an interesting head. Is that supposed to be like a tongue, or is that supposed to be like a serpentine neck or something? That scaly bit there makes me think of, you know, maybe this is like a dragon's head or something. But part of it, just looking with the long look, like beard and the greenishness, puts me in mind like a green man or something.
Revelio.
Oh, is there an explanation here? No, it's not for that.
It was an accident! Get away from me!
Okay, it sounds like we're getting farther away. Oh, wow. Whatever it is, okay, I'm gonna change to like dragon climbing up a tree.
Revelio.
Aha! Okay, we do have an explanation here. Serpentine Beast Window. Although Slytherins like to think this window is somehow a tribute to their house founder, it is actually a serpentine beast coiled around a tree that extends from the mouth of the legendary Green Man. Okay. So, you're right. Serpentine, dragonish creature, and Green Man.
Hogsmeade against trolls.
Oh.
You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
Well, I mean, what? So I'm just supposed to let the troll stomp me flat or something?
If only a new student would help me with my sad predicament.
Oh, hey, here's somebody who wants a new student to help her with the sad predicament.
Are you alright?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Aw, I'm sure there's a perfectly good reason for it. I'm sorry to hear that. Why does everyone hate you? Guess we should try to be a little bit sympathetic first.
I'm sorry the other students weren't more friendly.
That's kind of you. I suppose there are a few decent souls here. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
That sounds awful, to be perfectly honest. But, we can feign interest, sure.
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
I mean, on the one hand, it honestly doesn't sound all that appealing to have a game where if you lose, you're sprayed with smelly liquid. On the other hand, it does seem like that's quite a bit of an overreaction, you know. I mean, it would be particularly unpleasant if you didn't know what gobstones was and it came as a surprise to you that you were sprayed with this liquid. But honestly, if you know what gobstones are, you know that this is the result of you losing, then, you know, either accept it or just don't play in the first place if you don't want to go through with that, you know. So that was definitely a bit of an overreaction.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
Well, if I happen to see one, I can be sure to let them know. Any ideas how to reach them?
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
Okay. You don't have any friends?
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
Well, she's just like that. I mean, she led me to Hogsmeade and then just kind of ran off and let me explore by myself. I think that's just how she shows friendship to pretty much everybody. So, can't make any promises, but, you know, I'll see if I can see what I can do.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Are those like single-player gobstone games? Okay. Okay, it's seeing a map of like, that's our quest now of where we can get the gobstones. I wanted to see if we can see the bottom of this picture, so, okay.
Get the 2 cookie simply because you had 1 victory over Sallow. He never backs down from a fight.
Look, are you just gonna...
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
Are you just gonna criticize everything I do here? What was your name? Omnius Gaunt? Gaunt was... Wasn't that the name of, in the books, isn't that the name of, like, Tom Riddle's, the maternal side of his family? Weren't they Gaunts? Sorry, are you somewhere in that lineage, actually? Because that certainly seem unpleasant enough, but if you'll excuse me, I was going to look at this picture. So at the top, we saw kind of the Green Man looking face, and then I guess the serpent, I guess it was kind of like a tongue because it says like coming out of his mouth, and then coming down the tree, and then we have this dragonish head at the bottom. So okay, that is kind of a cool. That's kind of a cool thing. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for more side quests. Probably good to. Let's see if these gobstones are something we can get at the moment, or if
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
It did turn nighttime. We spent all day just exploring the castle. Okay, well, hopefully Professor Fig wasn't
Revelio.
in too big of a hurry to talk to us. Oh, is that a gobstone? What can I do Exio on that? Let's see. That's Revelio. What?
Accio.
Aha.
That's one of Zenobia's gobstones.
There we
I
go.
hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Okay, so that might be why she needs a 5th year, because if that's the only spell we need, we could probably get these pretty quick. Oh, I like the tree in the background there.
Revelio.
Okay, that's the dragon snoring there. Alright. Guess we'll just kind of follow our map. Like, we can see where a gobstone is here, but the little mini map, I think, is a better way of showing us how to get there, because as we've seen, there's a lot of routes that are kind of looks like you should be able to get there on your map, but then it kind of takes you all sorts of different places. Wow, that is a bit of a climb up there. Definitely getting our steps in today.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Aha. Here we go. Oh, is this a shaded part of the... Looks like we have some shading on the map. Is that telling us that, hey, this is an area where... like, somewhere in this area is gobstones? Or a gobstone? Oh, okay. It's up this way. I was going to complain about the backtracking, but it might
I'd
actually
better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
good thing they fixed those, seems like.
Revelio.
Okay, will Revelio show us where gobstones are, I wonder? I guess we're not. Aha, yep, it will, so.
Accio.
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
Oh, that's right. We found that door that's locked, so we need to.
Accio.
So of course there's more up above here. We need to get the ability to unlock the door first. Okay.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
As I was gonna say we're backtracking a bit because we were just exploring this area, but that's probably a good thing, because if we had gotten this quest first and then started exploring around there, probably would have either missed something there because we'd be busy looking for gobstones, or we would have missed some of the. Probably would have like completely bypassed a gobstone because we got too distracted looking at the trophies and armor and everything. So.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
We already got the one that's here. I don't need to talk to myself that much. I'm also very fortunate that our field guide will show us where the gobstones were hidden. Kind of makes me think the oh, that was the viaduct. Okay. It kind of makes me think of the Marauders map somewhat. Oh, wait a second. This is, if we come out here, no? I thought if we came out here, maybe this would have stairs down to the lower. guess that's not it either. Anything down here? No. Okay, so we're gonna go up, and there's up in the rafter areas here. There's some more. There's another gobstone.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio!
Oh, there's one up there, but there's also, looks like there should be one up right there.
Accio!
Okay, and then another one up here. Okay, and there's the...
That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
Okay, so this is divination. So, it would seem that Professor Trelawney was not the first divination teacher to be very big on theatrics. The chain ladder being let down, and the incense burning, and the like curtains draped there. Maybe that's a requirement of being a divination professor. You must be into the theatrics of a bit. Which would make sense, considering considering how many or how relatively rare actual seers are. Not unheard of, but it's possible that a lot of divination professors are not actual seers, in which case they would probably use the theatrics to kind of try to cover that fact up a bit. Okay. I mean, hopefully Zenobia's still up this late. Okay, why? There's also a little text balloon things. There's someone
I
else who
hope
wants to
you've
speak
had
to me.
more luck than I did tracking down my gobstones.
Well, oddly enough, when you move from that particular spot, you do tend to find them a little bit easier here.
Hello, Zenobia. I found all your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. Or, no, I think I'll keep them. Wow, yeah, I went and got all your gobstones for you, and here I'm just going to keep them. And I came to tell you, just so you would know that I'm keeping them. Now, that would be incredibly cruel. Of course you can have them back.
Of course. They are yours, after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
Wonderful idea. Terrible idea. I think it's not a bad idea. Just make sure that they're aware of the consequences before playing the game, so that then it doesn't come as a surprise. I think that would be the thing that would really upset somebody.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's a fine idea.
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together laughing as all the losers get sprayed, which won't include me. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
Okay, well, good luck. So, wait, I wanted to see what's on this urn here. Is that a Hydra? Okay. So yeah, we did. Okay, we got to help out somebody. That was nice. Why is there a... I'm not sure why the... Not sure he's in at the moment, Headmaster. Be sure to tell him how much you despise him. Who does the Headmaster despise? Okay, let's... do still have the dueling club to look into. Let's talk to Professor Fig at the moment. He has been very patient. I mean, unless of course we happen to run into someone else who gives us a side quest, then we might get distracted again.
Revelio.
No, we got trying to stay on track here. Trying to see, okay, these little symbols on the map. The one for Professor Fig is just there. This little shield icon has a little carrot above it. Does that mean it's above us? Ah, I can see there, yeah. Okay, let's go see what that is real quick. Oh. Wait for what?
Revelio.
Okay, yeah, let's see what, this is the spot to wait for the dueling circle. Oh. Wait a second.
Accio.
Aha.
Hello there. Perhaps you can help me.
Oh. Oh, okay, we can just, this is where somebody is, so we can wait until they're, it's daytime again, and we can talk to them. Wow. Okay. Hello, Arthur.
Hello? Were you calling me?
I was, yes. Thought perhaps a fellow Hufflepuff might have the perseverance to join me in a bit of an adventure. Following a treasure map, to be precise. Slight respite from battling the odd troll, I should think. Asked Poppy if she'd be interested as well, but couldn't drag her away from her puff skein. I found 2 maps lying about, both leading to locations around Hogwarts. Care to have a look at one?
Okay, sounds intriguing. Or not sure it's worth my time. No, that treasure hunt sounds very interesting.
Following a Hogwarts treasure map? Count me in.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Hogwarts fascinates me. You can keep whatever treasure lies at the end of your map. I'll be satisfied just knowing where it leads.
Okay. Any idea where to start?
Where do you suggest I search first?
Based on a cursory review of your map, I'd suggest somewhere near Hecat's classroom.
Okay, I'll take a look at that.
Very well. I shall take a look if I can find the time.
Fair enough. Meet me back here if you find anything.
Absolutely. So, oh, okay. So, hey, there's that symbol we saw, and okay, then there's a one of the skeletons, and looks like outside there's a door, and then do something at the top of a picture frame. Okay. But if you don't mind, Arthur, I'm gonna go speak to Professor Fig first. Wait, did I? Yeah. What's that spell? The blinky red makes it look like he's like searching for something. Kind of what I'd expect from like dowsing, or maybe it's some way to help. It's like a wizard GPS or something. Can tell you like hotter or colder.
Simply because you had 1 victory over Sallow.
Okay, Gaunt, we get it. What are you even doing in? Wait. Was that? Because I think Gaunt was doing that the last time we saw him too. The oh, sorry. The red blinky spell. The other times we've seen red magic has been around the Rock or whatever the goblin's name was. Um, Wonder if that's a darker magic. I'm not sure I particularly care for Gaunt much at the moment. Doesn't seem particularly friendly. Oh, what's... Okay, that was... Interesting symbols there. Okay, I guess we should wait for the professor. Wait a second. These hats look kind of like the Bo Batten's hats from the Goblet of Fire movie. I mean, they're a little bit taller and have a more conical look to them, but the rather similar. Oh, here's the professor.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls to...
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would have, had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Okay. Ranrock and Rookwood want the locket. Or, sir, about the goblins at Gringotts. Yeah, what about the goblins that we encountered there?
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
Okay. So, yeah, they want the locket for some reason.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Does that mean we have defense against the dark arts again today? I don't know what this design is supposed to be, but all I can see is like a mustache and a beard around a mouth. Like, but no, not the rest of the face. I have no idea what it's actually supposed to be.
Revelio.
Okay.
I don't think I can do this now. Best to come back.
Okay, because we have to report to Professor Hecat before we... Oh, Professor Hecat's like right below Professor Fig. Okay. But before we do that, okay, maybe now would be a good time to can check on Arthur's treasure map. Okay, let's can we open that up again? Award for excellence, letter from Eleanor, letter to Fig, random. Okay. Arthur's map. Here we go. Oh, view. Okay, so I think the first thing we're looking for the serpent. So that was at the bottom. If we head back here.
2 cookies simply because you had one victory.
Go away!
Sallow. He never backs down from the fight.
Revelio.
Okay, oh, we need to be able to unlock that. I really... is Gaunt just like following us around, or does he hang out in this particular area, and if we were exploring other parts of the castle, we'd avoid him? I don't know, but if they were trying to make him incredibly irritating, they succeeded very well. Okay, now this is only part way down. Oh, there's the...
Ah, a rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track.
Wait, that's the first landmark? I thought this was the first landmark. Maybe it's just you have to find each of them. That's... Well, that's definitely the... That's definitely the spot, right? Yeah, 'cause there's that. Rhinoceros skeleton that way. Okay, because these are the stairs we just went down. Because maybe this is just... Maybe together these are the first landmark. Like, hey, if you look for this thing, then there's the rhinoceros skeleton. Okay, so let's see if we can head outside. Let's see if we can find... a dragon statue, and then there's a door behind it. Okay, let's see. Is there a door here? Oh, yep. Here's the dragon statue.
There's the fountain. I'm getting closer.
Okay, and then it was pointing... Oh, excuse me.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Nellie Ogspire. Have we met Nellie before?
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Why would a headmistress do such a thing?
Why would Professor Mole conjure flying keys?
What I heard is that it had something to do with keeping Peeves out of things. But that may or may not be true. He's a poltergeist. I thought they could go almost anywhere.
Yeah, if that was the plan, that doesn't sound like it would have been a very good one. I'm guessing Professor Mole wasn't from Ravenclaw then. So, why don't you follow the keys?
Surely you will be trying to complete the challenge as well.
I've tried, and I can't even get past the first cabinets. Perhaps you'll have better luck. I'd love to know what's in the cabinets.
So a lot of these side quests seem to be other people saying, hey, here's a puzzle, but I don't want to do it, you do it. So, fortunately, I love to do puzzles, so...
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them. I hope you follow a few keys at least.
Yeah.
If you manage to open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Okay, what? Here we go, okay. Okay, that's just open. So if I want to... I'm not... I want to do that, but I'm not working on that quest at the moment. I need to solve Arthur's puzzle first. So, okay, so we want to go through the door, okay, behind the dragon statue, so I think it's the door that's kind of right in front of us. Then we're looking for a picture with, like, it has a log down in front, maybe like a snow-covered cottage. I don't know that that's snow, but it kind of looks like it could be, or it could just be that this is black and white, but it definitely has a log in the front and tree and like a little cottage or part of the castle or something. Okay. So that's what we're looking for. I'm pretty sure it's through here, unless it's like through there, but that has a lock on it, so probably not. Find such pictures. I didn't even notice. They have like a mummy. Have a... looks like some other kind of a sarcophagus lid. It doesn't go with that, but it... It's locked. I feel like I've seen little stone statues like this before. I don't know if that's like a gravestone or if that's a like this little decorative statue or if it's meant to be like a mile marker, you know, along the roads or something, or if that's... Or is that like the European version of the like guardian lions and things that the Chinese and Japanese have, that those supposed to be like protective or something?
The stairwell looks promising.
I think we need to go up.
One up, one to go. This looks like the portrait from the map. Now where's the treasure?
Oh, it's like a 3D effect on the portrait there. Okay, so there's something at the top. And if we look at this, it says... This looks like a pulling motion. So, okay, so maybe we use Accio on that. Let's try that. Oh, yep, because that's... Our spell has that exact same icon, so... Okay.
Accio!
Oh, pulled on the handle, and it's taking us to a door.
There was a doorway hidden within the portrait.
Alright.
I wonder what came of Arthur's search.
An authentic historian's uniform. Okay, wow. Okay, we might need to adjust our outfit a little bit. First, we'll show it to Arthur. Then we might change into historian's outfit, 'cause that sounds fun. are there like these splotches all over the place? At first I was wondering if they were like bird droppings or something, but it doesn't make sense with how the door is. Oh. I'm guessing... Okay, yeah, I'm guessing it was probably Peeves did something, throwing something at students as they came in, or things like that.
Hogs need against crows. You know, there is such a thing.
Yeah, hey Gaunt. Okay, so where's... So what I'm wondering is, has Arthur actually found his? Because he said there were two maps, that he was going to look for one and that he'd give this one to us and we could look for it. So has Arthur actually found his, or are we going to find out that he's just like, yeah, I decided not to do it, so here, do this one too?
What have you learned?
Hello, Arthur. Thought you might like to know that my map led to a doorway hidden within a portrait.
Oh, how clever! Mine led to the boathouse. Barely found the treasure before I saw the headmaster coming. He shooed me out of there, but not before I got a few galleons richer. What did you find?
I found what I believe is an authentic historian's uniform.
Oh, that's lucky. Seems as though we both had success. Glad I enlisted you to join me.
Okay, well, that's nice.
On to the next Hogwarts mystery. Wonder if a quick rummage round Weasley's office might yield anything interesting.
Okay, so it's nice. Glad we both found something, and glad Arthur's pleased with the results. It's not, we don't have like a jealousy situation of him being like, oh, mine led to nothing and yours led to something really cool. So, okay, let's check out our new outfit, see how this looks. I guess also we've got some improved gear for stat purposes as well. But now seems considerably better, although it's not legendary. I guess until we can upgrade stuff, legendary doesn't matter, so we'll do this and just hold on to our legendary. Let's see. That's kind of a neat look to the robe. I mean, as much as I like our Hufflepuff robes, we can wear this for a little while. Okay. Neckwear, we wanted to see the Ruby Chinese Fireball Scarf. How's this look? Ooh. Okay, yeah, I like that look. Okay, this will just change for the stats because I don't think it's really going to make things visible except for maybe our shoes. Yeah, our pants and shoes look a little different. Those are fancy shoes. Okay. Let's see. Different hats we have. We have Fairy Green Sorcerer Hat. We have a Sleek Sorcerer Hat. Okay, so those ones that we saw in Professor Fig's office look like they were the Sleek model. Or the Fairy Cap. This you can't really tell where the brim ends and the crown begins. It's just kind of one big blob. Okay, I think that's definitely what we want to go with there. Is nice big brim, keep the sun out of our eyes. Okay. Hand gear. Dueling gloves. Oh, kind of like that little crossed wands emblem on there. I don't know why you would need like knuckle protection if you're dueling. I guess maybe maybe that's reinforced against magic somehow, and when you're gripping your wand, that's maybe the part that would be most forward. But now, of course, we don't have any face gear that's better than our orange eye of new goggles. So there we go. That's how we look. That's our new look. Okay. Let's look for some Daedalian keys. See, this will also help us if we're trying to hide from Rookwood, because he'll be expecting us. Oh, I didn't realize our hat had kind of a coil spring to it. Okay, interesting. He'll be expecting us to still be wearing our completely overlooked Hufflepuff robes, and we'll be wearing this. He won't even recognize it's us. Okay, this definitely seems astronomy-ish. We've got some stars, we have the Big Dipper. Have we not been up here?
Levioso. Revelio.
You're gonna dig me. Ooh, now that's nice. Who are you? It's one of the ghosts. My immediate thought from the face and the clothing is nearly headless Nick, but I don't remember Nick being in chains. So I wonder if that's a... Nor is there any immediate sign of near headlessness, so...
Revelio.
Ah, here we go. Oh. I seem to recall hearing something about this in the Harry Potter books. A legend of a wizard who was trying to teach trolls to dance ballet or something. Tapestry of Barnabas the Barmy. This tapestry depicts the wizard Barnabas the Barmy's foolish attempt to train trolls for the ballet. One can only imagine the impact on the arts had he succeeded. Oh, that... yeah, this exact tapestry is mentioned, actually. Is this somewhere near the Room of Requirements? Is that where I'm remembering it from? Okay, I was looking for the little flu fast travel thing, but I guess that must be downstairs, not up here.
Revelio.
Was that our headmaster? Headmaster Black? Okay, we've got some hidden stuff up here. More astronomy. There's a Thestral constellation. Not sure I've ever seen that in the night sky. Okay, there's the Kelpie. And a mermaid and another Thestral.
My side of the dormitory is always spotless.
Oh, there we go.
Can't say the same for my housemates. If I didn't know better, I'd say they were raised by trolls.
I'd never risk living through the dormitory without a muggle repelling charm. What? It's highly logical.
Wait, wouldn't...
Our dorm's atrocious. I do wish people would clean up...
Wouldn't risk leaving things in your dorm without a muggle repelling charm? What muggles are there going to be in Hogwarts?
Do a bit of late night reading without my dormmates.
so there's a lock here, so I'm guessing that's because at some point we're coming to the astronomy tower. Okay, so the whole floor seems like it's laid out with, I'm assuming, some planets or stars or moons and things. We have phases of the moon on the windows here. Are you the professor? Oh. Okay, I saw the like the half circles on your robes, and I was wondering if those were like more moons or something. They appeared to just be sunbursts, but then the orange underneath, there's like all those lines that seem like they're some kind of chart. Okay, it's a lot more complicated than it looked initially. Not sure how well these telescopes are going to be able to see through this glass, though. Oh, and there's a giant... Now that would be a nice... Well, I was going to say that'd be a nice bookcase and shelving unit. The shelves are nice. I don't know about the books. It seems like if you start putting too many of them on there, you're just going to start damaging some, so... But I do like that, that moon and sun door there. And we have some symbols on here. I feel like I've seen these symbols before. Are these the symbols for the planets? Because isn't that the Venus symbol? And then that's Mars. Yeah, the male and female symbols are Venus and Mars, and then we have... Okay, so that means... Must be the others. And then, okay, and so we have Sun, I'm guessing, Mercury, Venus... I was able to jump up here before, okay. Okay, so Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter... Saturn, Uranus, and then Neptune. Okay. Yeah, I guess that would make sense for Neptune. And then Moon. I was gonna comment on the wizards copying the idea of like abandoning Pluto, but in 1890, was Pluto even discovered yet? No, Pluto was not discovered until 1930, so this actually makes perfect sense for I guess what they would have known at the time, because I'm assuming we knew about Neptune for a while, being that it's considerably larger and a bit closer. Oh. Although Neptune, from what I can find, Neptune was discovered in 1846, so it hasn't been discovered that long. So I guess this table has, been made in the last 50 years or so. Okay. Oh, there's a little star. Wait.
Lumos.
Oh, there's stars and the Big Dipper on here. Dude, you shouldn't try to read in the dark. You're going to strain your eyes. Should see if they can hang you someplace with some better reading light. Is that a... It's not really a crescent moon. It's just a smaller circle offset in a bigger circle. Oh.
Accio. A Daedalian key. I wonder where it might lead me.
Do I need to try to keep up? Okay, so I need to try to listen for him. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay, we have kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it seems like that goes out to about Jupiter or so. If those are supposed to be like the paths of the planets, which I'm guessing from the sun and kind of orbit look there. Okay. So yeah, so we're listening for the key, which is putting me in mind of the keys, the flying keys that they had to get past in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or Philosopher's Stone for those who don't have their books changed. Okay, I'm not hearing a key. Are we still... path leads backwards. Guess we're not in the right area, because we need to... should be somewhere in this area.
Revelio.
Oh, there's a big chest in
You
here.
can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flue power.
Oh, yes, thank you very much. Oh, okay, the key in that kind of chest that's locked. Okay. What's this? My dear Satyavati, you'll be pleased to hear that I received word from my contacts at Cambridge who conceded that they had in fact been incorrect in their understanding of meteor showers. It seems that an Irish astronomer and a British astronomer, both built upon the work done by an Italian astronomer, all muggles mind you as far as I know, to propose calculating the position of the dust at Earth's orbit as means of connecting meteors to comets. Brilliant, really. One can only imagine what they might do with an enchanted telescope. Frustratingly, in my correspondence, I did feel that I had to continue using the pseudonym from my days as a gentleman scholar. Whilst I still find it rather exciting to have a secret identity, the reason irks me. I'm so looking forward to our trip later this year to Jantar Mantar. What an adventure we shall have. I miss you, dear sister, and do hope you are well. With love, Sutrita. Okay, so what...
There's the cabinet. How do I get this key in there?
Okay, it says to press space to slap it, so do I just wait for it to cross the... I'm not even pointed the right way. Okay, don't think that did it. Or am I just waiting for it to be rotated the right way? Or am I trying to wait for it to get lined up with the... No. Okay. Doesn't look like it's really pointed the right way. Doesn't seem like I can really do much to affect how it's going. No. Look, why can't I just grab this thing and push it in there? If I'm slapping it, it's not like I'm being particularly gentle anyway.
Excellent.
There we go. Aha. It's a
coin. Perhaps Nellie knows what it means.
It's a giant Hufflepuff coin. Okay. Let's see what that's all about. So if that would seem to suggest maybe the test that they had to do with all the flying keys. Of course, you know, in our world, that this is a reference to that because that was the first book published, and this is a game that came out just more relatively recently. But within the wizarding world, perhaps I forget if that was that was Professor Flitwick's test because McGonagall was the chess set. Sorry. But perhaps Professor Flitwick got the idea for that because of this story, basically, or because of maybe he'd even encountered some of these keys that got loose and keep returning to Hogwarts. Up this way. Oh yeah, Eddie Cleaver is that the ghost who's being chased by the other ghost? Okay. So, hey Nellie, you're up late.
Hello, Nellie. I managed to get a Daedalian key into its lock.
Brilliant! What did you find in the cabinet?
A curious token of some sort.
Looks like some sort of house token. I bet it unlocks house chests.
Ooh.
I call them house chests. I've seen the one in Gryffindor and heard they're also in the other common rooms as well. Keep an eye out.
Okay, so that means we've got...
I do hope you continue on. For so much effort, the prize must be something grand.
I should see this through and find the Hufflepuff house chest.
Absolutely, we should do that. Okay, so let's try to find the Hufflepuff house chest. Okay, hey Peeves. Peeves is sliding down the banister. We'll just be going this way. No need for you to join us. Don't mean to distract you from what you're doing. Going through the Slytherin dungeon to get to the Hufflepuff area. That's right. Here's the grand staircase. Is there a way? Okay, we can't go down from this. There's a floor there. You'd think they'd want to be able to get to the floor there to be able to clean it or be able to use that space for something. Wait, okay, there's a question mark. I didn't see the giant Hufflepuff face. Okay, wait, where's there a math
Revelio
door? Or arithmancy door? Okay, there's that. Or did we already open this one? What? Wait, what was that? Okay, that was a math door we already opened. Okay, now we do need to find, okay, one of those keys. Let's finish searching, opening up our house chest first.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Oh, nice to see you too. Just in case there's... Peeves isn't allowed in the common rooms, is he? I hope not. Okay, and I think we should do this first before even thinking about looking for other keys, just in case this is something that, like, we have to do this before other keys will show up. Sometimes it's the case with these kinds of quests, sometimes
This
it's
must
not.
be my house chest. I just need to insert the token.
I mean, it's probably the entire house's house chest, not just mine, but...
Seems I'll need to find more house tokens if I'm to open this.
Oh.
Quite a few by the look of it.
Oh, okay. So we need to fill this up with house tokens. Find the remaining house tokens that are around Hogwarts, and we do not have a... We don't have a marker leading us to that quest. Okay, so that's just going to be something we have to find as we go along. Well, we know that there's another one of these doors out here. Maybe we can see if we can listen around and find the key for it. Maybe up the grand staircase would be a place to check. 'Cause that was kind of near the grand staircase. The grand staircase does seem like a place that a flying key might enjoy, just because large vertical space for it to fly in.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, do we hear anything? Maybe if we go all the way up to the top. Wait. Is that something flying around? Definitely hearing something. Ah, yep, there it is. Alright. I think we know where you're going. Let's see if we're right. And after this, maybe we'll see if we can find Professor Hecat and try to get at least one class in, or one lesson in before the night's over.
Oh, I have never encountered an aura quite like yours. You are truly exceptional.
Oh, thank you. Do you have a painting seer, or do you just kind of say that to everybody? Okay, I'll leave you be. Not much of a conversationalist, I guess. Aha.
That's it.
Got it. All right. Got another house token. Okay. Well, let's go see Professor Hecat. Ooh, we'll get Incendio. All right. Learn how to set things on fire. That seems fun. Totally something you want to teach a... Oh, what? Wait, another key. Where's this one going? Oh. Okay, well. Okay. So, do these all just have Hufflepuff tokens in them, or, like, does the chest somehow sense what house the student's in? Let's see. I wonder, maybe if we get Incendio, maybe we can, like, set these on fire and that'll do something. Because it seems like this one that we can interact with has flames on it. So maybe once we get Incendio, maybe we can do something with that bridge. Also, I seem to recall there being a lot in the books of students getting in trouble for running around the school at night. Is that not a thing now? Maybe the curfew was enacted later, or maybe it's only for younger students at this point in time. Key. Oh, weird. Where'd you go? I went back around this way.
Revelio.
Aha. Thought he was going to go the other way. Thought he was going to go across the middle. Oh. Okay, come on.
Brilliant.
Okay, so there's a little bit of leniency there because it looked like he moved past it a little bit. So, okay. Where? Oh, that's where I'm trying to get to. Okay. Why is it taking me all the way around there, up and downstairs, when I could just go through this way? Hello, Professor.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio.
Okay.
You know where to find me once you've finished.
Win 2 rounds of crossed wands. Complete a round of spell combination practice with Lucan Brattleby. What? Okay, so we need to learn how to do spell combination and then win 2 rounds
Seems
of crossed
crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Oh, is that the secret dueling club? Okay. I mean, as I recall, we were discussing that rather loudly in Professor Heckett's class, while she was just on the other side of the room, so unless she was deaf, it's really not surprising that she would know about it. I guess we will learn about, or we'll go meet the club at some point. I wonder which this is taking us towards. If this is taking us towards the dueling club or spell combination. who's this guy? Okay, it's just standing on a rock.
Lumos.
I was trying to make out from his clothes, like, who or what he might have been. I guess, like, at first my thought was like a long robe, or, you know, the thing on the shoulder made me think of, like a toga or something. But actually, I'm thinking that looks very much like a kilt if you couldn't see the, if you couldn't see the pattern on it, and we're just looking at it as fabric. And then I think, doesn't like traditional Scottish dress have like the thing across the chest like that? So I'm going to say this guy was probably a Scottish wizard. 'Cause, I mean, the shoes definitely look a bit more modern, or not super modern, but at least a little bit more recent than what might consider otherwise. I think we saw that before.
Accio.
So I'm gonna guess there's some.
Levioso.
Eventually, we're gonna get some spell that we have to cast on that.
Reparo.
But it doesn't seem that it's one of the ones we have just yet. Oh, there's the Quidditch pitch. What's that tower? Facing out. Okay, so there's the Quidditch pitch. I wonder if it's possible for us to get over there. Bell Tower wing. Beast's classroom. Okay, so it looks like it's about the spot where Hagrid's hut is, or it kind of looks a little bit like Hagrid's hut, even if it's not the same spot. But, okay, so if at some point we might be able to get outside the castle, and then we'll be able to go see what that tower is. Okay, I'll have to remember that when we can get over that way. Okay, Clock Tower Courtyard. We haven't been here before.
Levioso.
Some dueling practice dummies. Oh, okay. Here's the pendulum for the clock.
Accio.
Seems a little dangerous. I guess it's tall enough. Yeah, it's tall enough. It's not going to hit anybody unless they're, you know, like Hagrid sized or something. Does that sound like a mouse or something?
Revelio.
I'm surprised there's not a ding in here to like tell us more about the, you know, the clock tower. We have another set of troll armor. This one looks a little bit less polished and well kept. And what's this on the floor? Okay, that looks like a unicorn. Excuse me. Oh, there's Luke and Brattleby. Okay, so you're the one I'm going to be talking to. I have no idea. Maybe an owl face? Okay, two horses looking at each other. And somebody doing a sideways yoga pose. Okay.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
Okay. Oh, that's nice to hear. I did take him down a peg. I don't know that that's accurate, but it's nice to hear that someone's so complimentary.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Sure. Yeah, I'll join your club, especially since I've kind of been told I have to by Professor Heckett.
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Okay, I hopefully will remember how to duel.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Okay. Okay. Break through yellow shields with control spells like the levitation spell Leviosa. Okay, target lock lets you track enemies without aiming. Okay, so we can use caps lock to target an enemy. Use Leviosa to break shields.
Leviosa!
Expulso!
You're better than that!
Ow.
Confringo! Potato! Is that all you've got?
Oh.
Leviosa!
Ow. Oh, G heals. Okay.
Act like a winner.
Protego!
Wait, what's...
Leviosa.
Oh. Oh, I can use Z to throw stuff at it?
Give him a throw.
Leviosa! Descendo!
Alright, there we go.
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Not sure that was entirely fair,
Nice
flinging
work. Sebastian
barrels
wasn't
and
wrong
things
about
at
you.
people.
There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. In fact, the second duel is ready when you are. And as a fully initiated member, you now have access to the official Crossed Wands training dummy. Very good way to master spell combinations. Come and see me and I'll set it up.
Okay.
Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought.
Okay.
Hope to see you back here again.
I think we've got enough time for something else. Let's look at... Who are you?
Next time you need a partner for Crossed Wands, don't hesitate to call on me.
Oh, okay, you're Sebastian, of course. Okay. Yeah. Again, kind of nice to have a friendly, pretty friendly Slytherin. You know, let's see if we can learn about spell combinations, just to see if we can finish it off with something a little bit different. Hello, Luke and May, use the training dummy or next round of... Excuse me, next round of Cross Wands. So, yes, let's hear about this training dummy.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
Sure.
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Okay. Cast Axio followed by 4 consecutive basic attacks. So...
Accio.
2, 3, 4. Okay, cast Levioso followed by 4 consecutive basic... Whoop, okay. I don't need to go chasing after him. So Levioso and then 4 basic.
Levioso.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Complete spell combinations without allowing the dummy to hit the ground. Okay, so now at the top, we're gonna do Leviosa. Looks like it's primarily Levioso and Accio, and then a mix of them.
Levioso.
Accio!
Good one!
Okay.
So that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a
good motto.
fearsome challenger now.
All right. Okay, good. So we learned about spell combination. It's probably about time to go, so we'll work on doing the next round of crossed wands next time and finish that up. So for next week, I think probably going to take a week off, have a potential conflict, and it'll just be easier to just plan on not having class next week, or not a class, but a stream next week. So I should be available on Monday for Zelda, and the following Monday, but next Friday we'll take off. So in 2 weeks we'll come back and try to win another round of crossed wands. So, all right, so we've got our nice new outfit. We're making some progress. Managed to not get caught by the bad guys, and we're going to become like a great dueling master, I guess. So, I just noticed there's like a little tiny figure in the stained glass, seeming to be like casting the spell that's the rest of the stained glass or something. Anyway, so with that, let's go ahead and call it a night. Thank you for coming. Have a good week, or a couple weeks for Hogwarts Legacy, and see you next time. Bye.